Oh, this is good, because I wanted to.
Yeah, I did text her, but I'll let you know.
I mean, I could reach out to her too, I just, it's fine, I was coming anyway for the 1:30 meeting.
Well, maybe it worked out great, because you're here for social media now.
I am excited about it, and,
Yeah, it's all big.
I have 5 hours left.
Oh my god, yay, that's so exciting.
Maybe I could post.
Hey, to you guys online, drop a note in the chat if you can hear me. Not, I'll write in the chat, but we'll be starting in about 5 minutes here, give or take. We'll be doing social media today. So if you are on, we're just gonna go ahead and get logged in. And if you want to go ahead and get logged into the accounts we'll be using today, that'll be commands. So you can log into command. And then Facebook will be another great one for you to go ahead and log into. And again, we'll start in about 5 minutes here. Want to say something again to make sure to see if you guys can hear me online.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, and if you guys are just hopping on, we are just logging into command. We're starting in about 5 minutes, so if you want to go ahead and get logged into command, and also Facebook, we'll be using both in today's class. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Can I get you a water?
I'm good, thank you.
Good luck. Have a good one. All right, guys. We can go ahead and get started. Just to get you guys started before we go into class, I'm just gonna point to where I have some notes for today's class. It's actually posted on our Facebook. So if you do want to go to Facebook, I was looking in the other room, I just don't know what room. Oh, yeah, you got put in this one now, thanks. If you go on Facebook and search JuLeah Designs, all right, I just want to give you the content plan that we're going to be working on today. All right, I just put it as the most recent post on our feed. So if you go to JuLeah Designs on Facebook, you'll see a picture of it. I also shared it to the Color Wings Valentine group. But in the notes specifically, I'm sorry, in the caption specifically is the link to all notes. And if you're on Zoom, I'll just shoot that over to you in the chat here. So you can just find it in the chat. Might make your life a little easier. I think you should be able to access that. Let me know if not. All right, so today's class, yes, is on social media, but what we're going to be focusing on today's class is taking the millionaire real estate agent model and applying it with your Keller Williams technology. Okay, so just a general outline on what we'll be doing in today's class. So we're going to be talking about making social media profitable, right? You'll have a lot of classes on how to go viral, right? You'll see young kids who have thousands of followers and that's how they're doing their business, okay? But that's the 1%. Those are the influencers online. Okay, we're going to be doing what the millionaire real estate agent model teaches, how to make it profitable, 1. 2, what to post and how. Okay, so we'll have like a little workshop. Here. All right, good luck out there. You want me to call it? Walk down there. All right, good luck. All right, so again, making social media profitable, 1, 2. What to post and how. So we'll actually implement it in a workshop style with the KW Tech tools. And 3, talking about systematizing for consistency. Okay, MREA stresses it's not about being flashy on social media. It's about being consistently showing up, providing value for your sphere so they remember that you do social media. Okay. So we're going to talk about what those best practices look like to accomplish that. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Leah with JuLeah Designs, right? Your in-house marketing team. We have helped hundreds of agents implement social media into their business over the last 13 years with KW, working on a worldwide scale and locally. Just to give you that background there. But what we're going to be implementing today is really the KW numbers, right? Something I love about KW is the numbers that they give you. It's not guesswork. You know how many times you need to be posting and what to post and how to post it through command, okay? So we're going to go through that today. Just one last thing before we get started on the actual class, your free resources or resources in general at KW around marketing. As most of you probably know, you can book with us for free, right? Every other week, it says marketing help on the top of kwbresources.com. You can book with us. The Market Center pays for it. So we're more than happy to talk about what's your current strategy on social media. If it's nothing, if you have something going, and then how you can really build on that with your business. Okay, so that's kwbresources.com, marketing help. Of course, there are these classes every Thursday. So also on KWB Resources, you can always see the calendar and the topic, okay? The idea is we're teaching each part of the millionaire real estate agent model as used in KW Command for your marketing, how to implement it every Thursday at 12:30. Okay, you can come to this class, even if you just want to pop in and have to go somewhere, that's totally fine. But you can see each one of the different topics. If you click on Thursday, right, go down to Thursday, you have to maybe click more, you might have to, and you'll see the class Marketing Mastermind and what the class taught.
But I'm not crazy, right? It doesn't say the room, so we just have to look.
You're right, because if you have to do the question, you'll always know. Usually I'm in the training room, it's if we have like an outside guest come in or something that they're planning, yeah, Liz texts me in the morning and lets me know where I am. So if you're not sure where to find it, ask Sue at the front desk, will be.
Yeah.
All right, so as far as our social media plan here, so first let's talk about how to make it most profitable. Okay, so we're gonna talk about strategies in general first, then we're gonna actually apply it. So if you would like to go ahead and hop on either your Facebook or your Instagram, okay, I'm just gonna talk in general about these strategies and then we'll actually implement it. Okay, the goal is to be consistent, like I said, not relying on a viral video to carry your business, right? So less focusing on what's trending, though we will talk about that today, what the algorithm wants, more focusing on showing up consistently, and I'll give you that guidance. Okay, so the number one thing that you can be doing on social media, and if you're gone through Ignite or met with me, you probably heard the 10-5-1 rule. Okay, well, let's talk about how that looks and a little deeper. So 10-5-1 rule. First of all, what that is: 10 likes, 5 comments, 1 DM or post, right? It actually is, right? And that's why that trumps posting more. So when it takes a lot of time to post, right? And now with the algorithm, right, not everyone is seeing your post, right? You're seeing when you log on, we talked about it, right? Things that you're interested in, right? I might see figure skating posts, and how to get ready, your dogs, right? More than I'm seeing my friends on social media. So that means your friends aren't seeing you either. It's just the algorithm wants to keep people on Facebook, their business, right? So how we work with that is the 10-5-1 rule. They will show you friends that they think you're interested in each other, right? So you'll notice, like, if you start liking someone's post, suddenly it'll look like, wow, this person posts all the time because they're coming up on your timeline, right? That's the algorithm. Okay, so how you can make your post show up. Now, this does depend on, okay, are you primarily on Instagram? Are you primarily on Facebook? So this 10-5-1 applies to which social media that you're using. And this is where I would recommend picking 1, maybe 2 social medias. Here, I'm sorry if it's on a cat, rat race, cat race. Yeah, I like the cat race better. Because I've been moving in here today. Welcome. So that 10-5-1, again, right, doing that per platform. So Facebook is your jam, which that is the millennial platform I would recommend. That's where boomers are, older generations that can buy houses. Right. Yeah. Millennials are primarily on Instagram, right? Just in a broad sense. TikTok is Gen Z. So I don't really recommend TikTok per se. Right? Starting out your business, I would recommend Facebook #1. And since it links with Instagram, if you feel okay about Instagram, doing both. But what I mean doing both is the 10-5-1. Right? So that means if you want people to see your Instagram post, you need to go on Instagram and like people's posts, right? Interact with their stories. These are all things we'll talk about, right? The stories, let's just talk about the difference between the story and the post real quick. The story is at the top. You'll see on Instagram, especially if you're on your app, it's just all the circles up top. That stays for 24 hours, okay? The algorithm wants you to be posting stories because it's a new feature, okay? And people get on and only look at stories a lot of time. And again, we'll work on the how we post stories. Okay, but what you should be doing on social media, yes, interacting with the stories. That's what we're talking about first. So when you see stories at the top, watch people's stories and interact. Like you can click a heart on the button, or like on the bottom, you can click and type, like awesome. It doesn't have to be Shakespeare, but by you interacting, especially on the story, you're going into their DM. Okay, so that's really important because they're seeing that you're in real estate right from that DM, right? So interacting with their stories is huge that you can be doing. And again, commenting and like now, when you get on social media, right, what it's showing me right now by the algorithm is my timeline. I know you guys know this, but what that means is I'm not in control of what I'm seeing. It's showing me what it thinks I like, right? And I'm on my business account, so it's going to be more real estate on this side of things. How does it know what I like? I've liked things probably in the past that have dogs in it, right? Right now. Right. So going through and liking on your timeline, yes, that is great. That's a good start. However, you're noticing you're not seeing these are a lot of your friends. Okay. So what the ideal strategy would be, so on your Facebook account or on Instagram.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I'm like, yeah, unless they go and follow me on my business account, it's like, nobody's seeing.
Right, and I can touch on that as well. But so what you actually want to be doing is going through your friends list. Okay, so again, your timeline is going to show you what it thinks you want to see, right? But really, I want to build a business. That's what I want to do, right? So I'm on my business page. You can click it's a little different, right, than your personal page, which has friends. Again, doing this on both accounts is beneficial. Okay, like as far as your personal and your business, we can talk more about the why of both, and it, depending on where you're at in your business and social media, if you can handle one Facebook and that's your personal page, that's fine. We can talk about that. All right, but in general, if you want them to start seeing your business posts, meaning your name, Keller Williams Realty, right, or whatever you named your business page, if you go look through your followers, okay, you'll notice that a lot. Right, so let's say I would heard you were here. Anyway, right, so what you want to be doing, if there's someone you want them to be seeing your posts, right? You'll scroll through your friends and notice, wow, I didn't even, who is this person? Okay, they might be from high school, might jog your memory, but that's how little you're seeing their posts and your friends, right? There's a huge percentage that aren't seeing you either. So going through and let's say clicking on your friends that you would want to show up with, maybe a lead that you want to start seeing your post, all you need to do is go to their page and like something. Bonus points if you comment. This is great, right? Bonus points for the algorithm and relationship building, yes. But this is about working the algorithm so that when you spend time posting a post, people see it, right? Otherwise, you can waste a lot of time posting on social media and scrolling. That's not profitable, right? So going through and just simply commenting, liking, and going through your friends to do that will vastly increase your reach on social media. Do we feel okay on that concept? Do you guys have any questions on what you should be doing? I do it from my phone, right? So you can totally do this from your phone, right? At night, in the morning, whenever you have a brief moment, and log into the Facebook app, right? And the Instagram app. Are you using both? Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying, because I'm starting on all this because I was the one that we just watched, like, if I scroll and like, okay, but not like, because then it feels like, okay, if I like a person, I have to like person, I have to comment here, it feels like, so, and I'm not posting myself,
Right. And we'll work on that too today. Yeah. Carolyn, are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am. I have very few followers on it.
Okay.
So what do I do?
Great question. Okay, for those of you online, if you didn't hear that, right, if you don't have that many followers on your business page, what should you do about it? First of all, Facebook is interesting in the way that it only allows you to invite your friends on your personal page to like your page. Now that's really valuable, and I'll show you what I mean. So, but process-wise, you would need to be friends with anyone that you want to invite to your business page on your personal page first. Okay. And I can work, I'll help you with this, Carolyn, if you want to book an appointment, I can show you exactly how, but an overview of that, right? It's your business profile and Facebook. Facebook's really the only one that you have a separate business page versus personal. Okay. I'm in Joel's account. So if I switch to her personal, right? Of course, you guys know how to invite friends or ask people to be your friends on social media, right? You feel okay on that?
Yeah.
And it'll suggest people to you, on the timeline to be friends with. You can go search, if you search on friends on the left-hand side here. So, sorry, that was a little fast. I just went to my personal profile and I can tell from the headshot on the top right. And on the left-hand side, if you're working on your phone, it's a little different, but you'll click on friends. Okay, and first of all, making sure you're allowing these people to picking up with that.
I'm like, oh, that's his name. Okay, good. Hey, good.
This is Joel. This is Joel's account. So Nathan, now you're friends. He's on here. Anyway, so then, but if you scroll down past the request, you'll see people you may know. Okay, how they're basing that typically is mutual friends, or perhaps you live in a similar city, went to the same high school. It's something in the about sections of your profile that are matching up. even if you don't know them, right? No, I mean, the mutual friends, that's where I would encourage you to, even if you don't know them, add them. You're trying to grow your reach here, right? So my recommendation, and I mean, MREA's recommendation is also adding 5 people each day. Anytime that you're on, I know I don't want to add you to 1. But if you can't add friends, especially, when you're scrolling on your timeline and it pops up, do we know these people? Add them. If you have mutual friends or you kind of know them, right?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so once you add them on your personal page, I'm just going to show you how you invite everyone to come to your business page. To invite them. Now, myself, I believe you have to do this from your personal profile. So what you're going to want to do, wait, before I tell you how, let me make sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what we're doing is, so I'm still on my personal, right, profile. I can tell which profile I'm on because in the headshot on the top right.
Yeah.
But then I want you to search for your business page, like you're searching a random friend, right? So on the far left, typically, go ahead and search your business. And we're gonna pull up your business page.
So I have my business page.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So make sure you're interacting from your personal. This is where Facebook gets really confusing in this.
You're not clicking on your profile of your business. you're
Okay,
just
so I'm
searching
going
for-
to,
Yes, exactly.
so I'm going to my personal and
Yes.
from there,
So yeah, we're on our personal profile on the top of, but then search
search Facebook.
exactly like you'd be searching any business.
Uh-huh.
And search your business and click on it and it will open the page.
Oh, okay. Do I hit follow?
Yeah. Okay, so now you'll notice, don't do this, but you'll notice it does prompt you to switch.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to post something, right, that's where you need to do it. So don't do that though. What we instead want to do is see the 3 dots above where it says switch now.
Yes.
You'll see it says invite friends.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can click that because it won't send anything yet. I'll tell you when. Oh, sorry. Do you see 3 dots on the far right? Oh, sorry. Click on your actual profile.
Oh, okay.
And save that part.
Oh,
Yeah. So if anyone's in the search cell, click on your profile to open up the whole profile and then delete
oh,
here. Is this your personal?
that's my personal.
Okay, I see. Sorry, then search one more time your name again
Okay.
for your business page name. Yeah, that's it. Okay, great. So now click on your name there. Click on it so you can go to your profile.
Okay.
Awesome. Now scroll down slightly and you'll see the 3 dots.
Oh, okay.
And invite friends.
Oh.
Okay, and so what this is showing me, so 3 dots, invite friends, and anyone online, feel free to jump in with questions, put them in the chat, you go on. So this is showing me how many people are not invited, right? And then how many have been invited. Now, if I want to select all, right, you'll notice that option on the top right. Honestly, I mean, the general overview, the more the merrier. This is a huge opportunity because what it does is it will send a notification into their notifications that says you've been invited to like, Stella, and then real estate's in there, right? So they're immediately getting a notification that you're in real estate, right? Now, I mean, you guys get these invites as well. Have you seen the never been invited to like a business page? Man, I mean, you'll see those that maybe. More straight.
That's on Facebook.
Okay.
People, I was only there because to figure out a kid's school, neighborhood news, everything seems to always, but then I think for social media first.
Yeah, just so you know what to expect, it's usually 10 to 15% of people that you're inviting actually come and like it. It's nothing personal. It's just inundated with notifications, right? But what you want to do is really invite as many people as possible. If you have an X in here or something that you want to take out, you can search for them and unclick their name. So, but then the final step then is you'll click send invites. And that will go to everyone's notifications to come invite your, or come like your page and follow. Okay, so that's how you get friends to come over and actually follow you on Facebook. Yeah,
But you go ahead and leave it. Really good.
very true. Yes,
It works.
I can help too.
That's like another full-time job.
Seriously. But anyway, but like if you come in, Carolyn, I'll show you how we can get your page looking good first and then invite your friends. So we can work on it in steps. Yeah, because you know how to book with us, right? KWB resource. Okay, good, good. And anyone online, you know, if there's something that you don't have fully optimized, like your banner, something you're not ready to launch on it, book with us. You know, we can help you build all your social media together one-on-one. You know, if we do it together, then it's free. Love that. Okay, so that's inviting your friends over to your business page, right? The 10-5-1 rule being honestly the main takeaway from making it more profitable right now is if you want more people to see your posts regularly, right? Because that's what social media is a tool to do. Stay in front of your sphere, right? Not something else to manage, which it is, right? But it's an extra leverage tool of how you can get the 33 touch, the millionaire real estate agent model suggests. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is how. So let's talk about what we should be posting, how often, and where, okay, and how we make that content. So we're going to talk about more the workshop style of things from now on. So first of all, these are where those notes come in. So if you are on Facebook and want to go over to our page, JuLeah Designs, I do have the notes on here. I just wrote out the content pillars of how much you should be posting and such. And again, oh, if you're on Zoom, it's in the chat as well. Just a heads up. But that link will be in the Facebook caption, grabbing it there. Okay, so just drawing out, all right, how many times should you be posting a week? Yeah, it wants you to post all the time. Should you be? No, you're not an influencer. Okay, that is a full-time job. Okay, so let's talk about how to make this doable with the KW technology, okay, which allows you to schedule out posts in advance, okay? So in the next part of class, I'm going to show you what we're going to be posting, what you should be posting rather, how to do it, and then how to systematize it by scheduling these posts out in command, okay? So first of all, how many times per week? I would make it a goal of 3 times a week starting out, okay? Yes, 4 to 5 times a week. People tell you post every day, sure, right? But you're building a real estate business, okay? What is the maximum profitability? Would be 3 times a week, okay? Focusing on it does not need to be perfect. And that's a really hard thing, you know, when you're posting on social media. Yeah, you can spend hours making it, trying to make it look perfect. Has anyone seen Teresa on TikTok? You want to know her number one thing that she does is, well, first of all, she had a goal, and I don't recommend this goal for you guys, but to post on TikTok every single day. Right?
Every day.
Every day. And so, to accomplish that, it can't be perfect. Like that's hours and hours of editing, right? What Teresa does really well is authenticity. Right here, talking team meeting, right? Her authenticity is what's contagious. So remembering that as the number one thing on social media is showing up just like you are, right? Which makes me cringe. Right? And I'm going to exactly, right? And I mean, too, the first social media post that you're going to make, they have to, you know, you have to learn, right? If I go back and look at my first Instagram post, I want to tie, right? So, but knowing that it doesn't need to be perfect and instead authentic, that's your number one thing. That's why people do well on social media. Okay, let's talk about now what you should be posting and how. Okay, so the 3 main content pillars, okay, are authority, and these are the notes that you guys have, okay, but I'll talk about how to implement. Okay, authority, what you know. Okay, it's basically just sharing chunks of anything that you hear in the day. Did you go to a team meeting and Chip said something interesting about the reference? Right? I bet you can take a 1 sentence from there, right? One idea, whatever it might be, and I'll give you the actual idea. But my point being, this does not have to be, you know, 24 buyer seller tips. This can be 1 tip that you heard in team meeting. The number 1 thing sellers should be doing. And I'll show you how to make it and get more of the ideas. But I want you to think small because this is not about how many likes you get per post. Zoom out to seeing this as a system, right? Of a portfolio of what you do and how you can help them. You got in real estate, that seems obvious what you do to you. Well, if I'm an outsider, well, what does that mean? Do you survey homes? Do you commercial, right? I am unclear how you can help me specific, right? So, and I'll show you exactly how to effectively, this one's pretty easy to do in Canva, I'm gonna show you. So number one is authority, what you know. Two, who you are. So this one is lifestyle and local, okay? So this is more who you are, okay? Yeah, that can be behind the scenes if that's what you're comfortable with, but I'm a little more comfortable with posting, if I go to the Valentine Bowl, right? Have you guys tried any great restaurants in the Valentine?
Never I've seen this.
You're, of course, you're one skater, you know a lot of.
Yeah, I've been doing for you, thank you.
What about the sentence, really?
See, so the whitewater, so that is an icon, right? You're probably going to these places with family and friends anyway, right? All I want you to do is take a picture, okay? Bonus points if you pan like this for 5 seconds, okay?
I have so many videos.
So then, right, I'll show you the how of just getting it out there, right? If you're sitting in a class, okay, and any class for real estate, because behind the scenes, if they see that you are actually learning more, that you are doing, you know, this that's really cool that can benefit them. Right? If you just simply take your phone out, like the casual side of things, right? We talked about stories, right? You can just simply, you know, take a picture of your computer and what you're looking at in the training room. We'll go out here in a minute, actually, and take a picture of this, right? Right? This is your view. So not every realtor has brick and mortar, especially that looks like this.
Yes.
Especially in the heart of Valentine. Why are people moving to Valentine? Valentine Corporate Park is right here. And what is Valentine Corporate Park? You know, right? And of course, ChatGPT will help us with all of this. Okay, but just a little idea things here. It doesn't have to be crazy, just what you're doing. That's where you show your personality. If you have a dog, right? And I love dogs.
The camera, she'll sell.
Hey, so if you're take a picture of the dog, so not only, right, now everyone on social media who's liked pictures of dogs will more likely see your post if you have a picture of a dog. See, right? So, and I'll talk more about those strategies, and that's what we can brainstorm together as well in your meetings. And lastly, though, it would be the proof. Okay, so that's showing the results without being salesy. Now, if you are new to the business and you're not pouring out listings right now, that's okay. First of all, previewing homes, right? If you go to a broker's open, do open houses. They're clear that that's not your property, right? In general. So posting about your open houses, and I'll show you the how, right? That's success to your followers. Right? Transaction milestones, yet client wins or reviews, even if you don't have clients yet, getting testimonials from people, right? And posting reviews, and then the market activity snapshots. So this is just reinforcing that, okay, yeah, credibility and confidence in using it, okay? And I'll show you the how next, okay? But this is just the overview. One authority post, one lifestyle or local post. Lifestyle meaning, how are you living in Charlotte? Like, what do you love about living in Charlotte? So what you're naturally doing, snap post, and it does not have to have words on it or anything. I'll show you the how, right? And then one proof post. Ideally, 3 posts a week is what you should be working on. That proof post just to try to give you more ideas if you're a new agent. AW has an insane amount of proof power of, we're the #1 market center in the Carolinas, right? Our market center has done this many transactions. When you promote about your market center, that's true. That's saying what you do and the resources that you have behind you to help them. So try to think of proof as a little bigger than just listing sold, right? If you look at Keller Williams awards, there's a lot of them, and I bet there's some that would align well with who you are or your values as well. So okay, so now let's work on the hat. Okay, so first we're gonna do a authority post, and I'm going to show you how to do that with the KW tag. Okay, so if you can pull up a new tab, ice skating. Olympics under. Okay, so Canva.kw.com, right, is the pro Canva account you get for free with KW. Love that. Okay. So we're actually going to bring up two resources. Canva.kw.com, if it doesn't log you in immediately, it's just your command login and password. But then also pull up a new tab for if you like ChatGPT and you use that. I do too. Go ahead and pull it up. But just also another note, Gemini, is Gemini.google.com. You get a free Gemini account. Yeah, so it's Gemini.google.com. You get the pro account, and all this is ChatGPT made by Google. Okay, so this is Google's version of ChatGPT. If you don't already pay for pro, you get it for free. Gemini.google.com. You just sign in with your KW email, and you immediately have pro access. Okay, so either one that you want to use, we're just going to have both tools open. Okay, and I'm going to go into now Canva. So you should have two tabs, right? One with the little C that says Canva. Okay, now when we're in Canva, it's right on top showing I'm in the KW one here. Okay, and if you click on templates at the top, so it's going to look at your designs first. If you haven't created anything, you're not going to see too much. Click on templates at the top. And type in real estate tips. And press enter. Okay, so again, canva.kw.com. Type in real estate tips, but again, make sure you click on the templates button in the middle. That gets me every time. Templates here, then real estate tips, and scroll down for a second. Okay, this is pre-created for you. So A, you don't have to change anything if you don't want to. Maybe your headshot and contact information, right? But really, some of these are just ready to go. The ones that have a little play button on the bottom are reels. They're videos. Oh, wow. So 3 myths about today's housing market. Okay, so I can tell I'm hovering my mouse over it. Okay, so what I would recommend doing, so all of these are authority pieces, right? What we talked about, that each week you should be posting one of these. Great, they're already made for you. You just need to go download them and maybe minimal editing if you guys have a brand that you want to stick to. Now, branding is important, like a color scheme or font palette, and we can talk more about that in a different class, but if you feel next level in social media, keeping this consistent is ideal. But going through and downloading each of these and scheduling it in advance is what I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? But first I'm going to show you how to minimally edit each one of these, okay? So like, for one of them. So if you want to find one that you like in general, okay, I'm going to show you how you can maybe add your headshot on it. We'll download it and schedule it in advance, right? Because a big part of today's class is understanding scheduling it in advance, automating your systems beats motivation every time, right? Beats winging it. So we're going to schedule this in advance. So if you want to click on one that you like, you'll notice like if you hover over them, some of them are carousel posts. That's what it means when there's like slides like this. Versus some will just be standalone posts and some are videos. Okay, so click on any of them you want. I'm going to click on this one right here, the property value with the infographic. And what's cool too, if you click on it, just to note, when you scroll down, there's more just like it, right? So you can see how infinite that you don't need to be doing much, but going in here and downloading it. And then I'll show you how to schedule it. So you have social media scheduled for the next 3 weeks straight.
I happened to pick a different one and it's the same person, but
That's funny. Okay, sorry, and I clicked on something like customize.
yeah.
You okay? Yeah, that was thanks. Okay, so editing this is fairly easy. As in, well, first of all, you don't have to change a whole lot on whatever one you pick, right? The main things you might have to change are, let's say, your website's right. So I'm gonna double click on any text box to just go ahead and change what that says, right? So times.
So which one should I add here?
Put your website. I might recommend your website or your email address. Okay. Or, I mean, this one's prompting. Some of them do your handle, which is, you know, on social media, what comes after the @ symbol. Okay,
So do they click and does it take them to?
no, it will not.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's more like a visual of them saying that.
Okay.
Question. Yeah, so it's not, yeah, posts won't be clickable. I can show you how to add links, various ones, like in the captions. Anyway, editing the post, if you want to, so it has stuff in here. So if you like what it has, great. If you don't like it, first of all, you can download the entire thing and put it in ChatGPT and tell it to give you 5 new ones, right? That I can copy and paste the same character. But in general, if you do want to update these, you can double click on it to edit the font. Okay, so you click to edit, right? Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. What I'm going to show you how to do is add your headshot because posts do get 38% more engagement with your headshot on them or your face in general. And I know that's a little painful, but I can coach you guys on less painful ways to put your face in it, like that video class we did, right? So yeah, it's your video, your face at the beginning, right? All right, so adding your headshot to this. Okay. First of all, if you have your headshot already in here, it might be in the Uploads tab on the left-hand side of Canva. So on the left-hand side, you'll see Uploads. And if you scroll down here, you might, I can't remember if Scott or Marketing adds like the logo or anything for you guys in here. If not, I can point you to where that goes. Just a heads up, you only have to put the KWB logo on the listing post. Okay, so you do not have to put your the KWB logo on like this post. Just one more note of compliance though. If you have a personal logo, you cannot put your personal logo without the KWB logo.
And that's anyway.
That's anyway. Yeah, it's because they're unclear if you're with a
I made this last night. I was like, it took me the whole night. It was like a day with Canva. And no, but so I'm like, is that considered low? Because it's supposed to be just a watermark.
Okay, so when you pull that up. For those of you online, if you want to go ahead and add your headshot, if it's not already in the uploads, it'll stay there forever, which is great. I'm with you. I like that. I'll sit there.
Thank you.
So you can upload your headshot in here, okay? Now I'm going to show you how to remove the background so that it seamlessly fits on your design. Okay. So if I click on my headshot, it'll add it in. Okay, and I put that in uploads. If you don't have yours, upload it from your computer. Okay, you'll notice that it's highlighted in purple, right? The outside of it, meaning this is selected in my headshot. I can click to move it around. The reason that's important to note is that this toolbar at the top will change depending on what you select. So see, when I select the text, the toolbar is all text related. Okay, if I want to edit my headshot, it'll change it. I need to click my headshot and click background remover. That's what this stands for. It'll remove the background so you can more seamlessly be standing in front of your little wheel. Thank you. Canva is so many cool tools. Last thing I just want to show you guys, because sometimes, like this time, I am underwhelmed at the background photo. So let's say, and this is, a little more next level, you don't have to do any of these edits, okay? But if you do want to change out the background photo, you have unlimited photos and videos of like Charlotte and beautiful homes in elements on the left-hand side. Yeah, like so the elements on the left-hand side. So if I want to search, let's say luxury home, and you can play with what you search. But when you, again, elements on the left-hand side, then search whatever you would like it to come up with. Now you'll notice that it gives you first categories, like do you want photos of those, graphics, right? These are all videos of those, right? For this one, we'll do a photo, right? So if you like one of these, great. Or if you can actually click on see all, I'll show you the easiest way to switch it out. Okay, so for this one, I mean, an interior might be best. So what I'm going to do is click and drag. It's been having a hard time with the click and drag, I will say, so I'll show you a different way if not. It does not like it when I click and drag anymore, which is frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna show you a different way. Okay, any photo you like on the left-hand side, you can click on it, okay? And it'll appear on your post, which you can right-click on to click replace background.
And I'm sorry, I ignore it. Where do you go before you search for luxury homes?
Yeah.
And I'm under uploads images.
Okay, yes, so switch uploads instead to elements near the top. Yep. And then some designs you can drag and drop, so I'm not saying don't do that, like, it works for me now. It's just been really fickle in Canva, the drag and drop feature, but ideally you're supposed to be able to just drag anything from the left and it would just replace the image on here for you. And see, like, it worked that time, but if all else fails, right, simply clicking on the photo, okay, whichever photo you want. If you right click on the photo, you'd have to, it's on near the bottom, replace background.
Oh, but then it changed the background for this too. So like,
Command Z, would you? There we go. Okay, I wonder, try it again.
so
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now right click on that one and click replace background. Now this last tip, there we go. This last tip is a little more next level, so you do not have to use this, but if I want to design wise, I would want to make this faded a little bit, the background, to make the wheel pop. So if you do want to fade anything like the background, I'm going to click on it, right? And selecting it changes the toolbar up here. You'll notice a fade, the transparency rather option. So I can make this a little more transparent. That's how the initial one was. And it just makes the center thing pop here.
So when you click on it, toolbar pops up.
Yeah, so see, when I'm clicked on nothing, there's no toolbar up here. And then depending on what I select, now that's the toolbar for the back, whatever's highlighted in purple.
Okay.
If I select my headshot, see, it's gonna change. Like each different thing I select. Any questions on what I just did there? I know that was more of a quick overview. I'm happy to meet with you one-on-one and we can play with this, learn more together. Okay, but even if the takeaway is edit nothing, that's great, right? It's the content we're wanting above all. Now, final note, branding is important on social media, not imperative for you to start posting, okay? So don't feel like you have to change the coloring on the pieces. However, changing it to all be consistent to your brand color would be the next step social media thing to do, okay? If you really want it, gets across brand authority, consistency, right? Draw your profile together. However, if that makes it feel like too much, don't let that stop you from posting, okay? It's not that important, I promise. It's more important that you are consistently getting anything about real estate that, I mean, not anything, right? But something you find valuable out. Okay, so now let me show you how to download this and then schedule it in advance. I'll show you how to post. You guys know in general how to post, but with the KW tech, you can schedule posts in advance. Okay, so I'm going to click on share on the top right. Okay, and soon they're saying that Canva and Command will be joined, so this might be even more seamless soon. Share and then download. Okay. Typically, you can leave it on PNG. JPEG is the best for sharing, so it doesn't take a very long time to load. JPEG, I would recommend JPEG. PNG is usually when we do like email signature or logo. So I would recommend changing to JPEG and click down.
oh, okay, mine is 10 pages.
Oh, yeah, you want to post all 10, right?
Yeah.
Then that.
Okay.
Yeah, click select all. Okay, 1 through 10.
So
It'll just save it as a zip file.
and it will still download like
Okay, and 2, right? You'll notice that saved it as the name of whatever this post is. So how do you rename those? Which I should have done first, but it's okay. You'll see the name right here. So you could change this to your like real estate. I'm going to show you why it's important. If it's just a single image, these are the keywords that will show up in Google Images as well.
oh
Yeah. And and if you forget to save it like this, I'll show you the how. Okay, so the takeaway of what you should be doing as far as your time blocking goes, tonight or whenever you can this week, block a couple hours to go through and just download these posts, right? I think you do have to click on them. Click on them, right? To try to do minimal editing just for your time's sake, right? So all you'll do, click on each one that you would want to post, click customize, just to walk through these quick steps again. Change what's necessary, like if it says really great site on there, which it usually does.
Oh, and is there a way, like mine was 10 pages and that handle, social media handle was on each one?
Great question, that was a good one. Here's a little next level of question. The question is, if you have 10 pages of content, how can you change it out on all of them, right? So if you do Control F or Command F on your keyboard. Okay, so this is if you have like 10 pages and it says really great site on all of them. Well, I want all of those 10 to change out immediately, right? So what I'm gonna do is type in font. So I did Control F or Command F, okay? So and then type in great site all together. That's what it says. You'll have to like look what your person put. Yeah, sometimes they do it differently. And I'm gonna have it replace it. So if you want it to like the entire, let's say right now you have that it looks like a handle, like the at symbol of great site, and you want that totally replaced with your website, let's say, then put the entire thing and then do replace with your website address.
Replace all?
Yes, and then replace all.
What is the match case for?
Oh, the case like uppercase or lowercase.
Oh, okay.
Yay. And then when you click replace all, it should do that.
Yes.
That's again a little more of a making it more efficient process. Yeah. Really great. Of course, you can delete that too, right? If you're trying to go on a roll, because again, getting the post out is more important than being perfect. So if it's a really great site, delete that. So you can delete by simply clicking on it and clicking delete, backspace on your keyboard. One last thing, your best friend is the undo button. I accidentally do things like this all the time. Okay, undo or Control V on your keyboard or Command. All right, so again, but all we're doing, we're opening the design and then we're going to download it. Okay, so your time block, what I would recommend is going through and downloading 10 to 20 of them that you like, ideally, because I'm going to show you how to schedule them out. Right, and if you can do this part and want to meet with me and we'll schedule it out together, great, right? But going through and downloading the ones you want to use to your computer, and again, renaming it is a good thing to do before downloading it. I'll show you what to do if you forget to do it. So, and again, if it's a single image, yeah, it'll save it as that name. So naming it something, however you want it to show up on Google. I'm going to tell you how to make it show up on Google Images. Okay.
So real estate agent and then your name.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be Charlotte Real Estate if that's your goal. Right. Yes, exactly. Playing with those, like you don't have to make it the same every time. So playing with those keywords you're putting in, and I'll make more sense of that in a minute here. But the takeaway is going through canva.kw.com and downloading the pieces as much as you're comfortable with, so they're on your computer. Okay. Step 2.
Can you name it with an at symbol?
Question. I don't know if it allows that when you download it, what it'll do. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to schedule it out in advance from KW Command. So I'm going to go to a new tab, and now we're going to go into Command. And so this is the part of the A that you don't have to do. Okay, what you've done already is download to your computer. You can go right to Facebook each day, time block for it each day, and post it one a day, right? If you want to. Well, not because you might feel comfortable with that, right? That's totally fine. What I'm going to show you how to do is schedule it in advance. So we could sit down and time block, let's say the next 2 hours is I'm going to sit down and schedule. So it goes 3 of these a week, right? Or once a week for the next month. For the next quarter would be ideal, right?
And is this the same thing you do it if it's not, I'm not doing those posts, but let's say videos?
Yes, I'm gonna double check if it has the ability to do videos through here. The business suite side might, so we can always dive into that more.
Okay.
So where I'm going is in KW Command. And again, if this is more something that you remember exists, right? That you watch the video when you're doing it, that's totally fine. But the perk is that I can go ahead and schedule these and it's now off my plate, right? It's off my plate. I don't need to be focusing on social media every single day. Okay, in campaigns on the left-hand side, so that's the icon that looks like a megaphone. I clicked on the KW logo just to pan it out if you want to learn the navigation. And then the action button will always be on the top right of whatever page you click in command. Your eyes should then go to the top right. You'll see the Kelly green button. Where's the action button it wants to be. So creating campaign, this is where we can do a couple things, right? It's where we send postcards, emails, social posts, or paid ads. This one is the social post. It's free for you guys to use, which is great. Social post.
Mine it says it looks like you haven't connected any.
Okay. All right, then we might all need to do that. So if you could instead join me, so if it says that you don't have it linked up, totally fine. You do have to have a business page for this to work. It only schedules 2 business pages, by the way. If you click on your headshot on the top right, we should only have to do this one time here, and then it'll be done forever. And click on settings from that drop down. So I'm in command agent.kw.com. I clicked on my name on the top right and then settings. From there, you'll see all the apps that are currently linked up to command, kind of like it's an iPhone, right? But if you keep scrolling down, you'll see a social section. And depending on if you book, like I have this link to mine, so it's a little higher under connected, right? Versus if I keep going down, I'll see the Instagram option, right? All you need to do is under social, if you see Facebook or Instagram, put connect account. Okay, good. It's walking, and then it should walk you through that like that. So like it should give you like, do you approve this? Press next and next and next. No.
Okay, but I don't know. What
Yes, and then click your page, and then it'll ask you what pages you want to connect. Yeah, and I'll put the steps on this in the chat, in the Zoom chat, if you guys need this, how to link it up.
Says Ads Manager connections have recently moved to connect.
Oh, that's okay. It should be the social. Wait, did you scroll? Yeah, no, that's good. Oh, scroll up. There's 2 Facebook ones.
Oh, okay. So
Good one.
also says connect that because it's not because you guys have it.
No, that's because you just did it.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't draw that clearly. For those of you online, there are 2 Facebook options. One is for post scheduling, and that's the one that we want. You might need to scroll, it's in a different order. Ad managers for paid ads. That's great too, just not what we're doing right now. So you really only need it to be the post scheduling one. And then did you do it for
but you know what? It's in my personal.
It will always like,
Oh,
because it's under your personal page, but it only posts on your business.
oh yeah, got it.
Mhm. Yeah, but it'll look like it's connecting to your personal page. Yeah, that's normal. Okay. And I will throw in the chat how to link this up.
So that's what it's showing your phone.
Yeah, you're great. Yes, if it says Facebook in the post scheduling and it looks like this, that's good.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so just to walk you through this, and I will provide you guys steps on how to do this, so don't feel like you have to remember all of this. Of course, yes. Yeah, these classes are so jam-packed with knowledge, so more just remembering it exists, and then I'll give you the steps. Well, I'll be there for the follow-up too. Okay, so what we're doing now, so again, I went to campaigns. If I lost you from this, campaigns, and then
It only has Facebook and Instagram.
That's correct.
Not LinkedIn.
That's correct.
Or
not
the other one who go with.
right, not from those are the so yeah, and Twitter would be the
So
only
because
one.
the Gmail is not connected to the Google.
Right, unfortunately not. I'm hoping that they'll add more connections in the
Yeah.
future, but yeah, right now it's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can post from command in. Okay, so as far as I'm in the campaign section. You might be in a different spot now since we were in
So
settings.
go back to campaign.
So campaigns, the megaphone icon, again, the green, Kelly green button always on the top right, and then social posts. Perfect, yeah, you're where you're supposed to be as well. Okay. So if it looks like here, that's good. Okay. So what you need to know is, first of all, if you have Instagram linked to, click on that top drop down to select the other profile, the Instagram. From what I found, it always just puts my Facebook and I need to select the Instagram, even when it's linked properly. And then you can scroll down slightly and you'll see a place for content. Okay. So this is where, first of all, you see the add media. It's a very small little icon, in my opinion. So if you click on that add media, it's going to search your computer. So that we can, I'm sorry, it'll put this box actually, right? So we can drag and drop that in or click browse files. So right now, just a heads up, the browse designs, that's what they're working on linking to Canva. I have not seen that's connected yet, I'll double check. So not working yet. So you always want to click browse file.
So it doesn't let this sit, that like you said.
Oh yeah, so what you need to do first, Stella, is go to the files on your computer and you need to just double click on the file to unzip it.
Double click.
Yeah, and double click on it, not right.
Oh,
Now it unzipped it, so you can.
thank you.
Now, this is the next level tip that I've touched on, and that's how you get images on Google Images, right? If you're posting something on Facebook or Instagram, that's the internet, and Google Images pulls from there. How does it know what to pull by? Whatever you name that file, right? So I downloaded them both with those random descriptions, beach, modern real estate. Okay, it does nothing for me in my brain, right? So this is where renaming it in Canva first, or in the files of your computer, is really important because this is what makes Google Images pop up with your name. Yeah, exactly, right. And now, 3 years after opening our business, we have like 4 different Google image pages, all JuLeah designs that didn't exist before. And it was just from being intentional on that, which is a pain, especially if you have 10 pages now, because you'll see they're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I was like, which one is one? Like, did they actually, how did they?
Yeah. So if you click on the space bar, you can preview
Okay,
each
so
one.
this one is the first one, okay.
But right, putting in keywords when you're naming it is really important. Not 100% necessary, but makes it way more worth the time of what you're doing it because it's putting it on the social media and on Google Images, right?
So then I need to do the whole thing of North Carolina, South Carolina, state agent.
And you can copy it, and
Yeah,
depending on how, this is always my struggle, by the way, going through and renaming them. But just to show you the final steps here, right? So I can go ahead and resize this. So it just is showing you how it would crop it. They mostly fit fine in there, but you can see that you can change the cropping. Like that one cropped me. Like the 1x1 used to be the standard, the square on Instagram, but now it's changed. It's longer. So if you do the free option, it'll just do your whole design. You might not need to do that. And then you'll see an option on the bottom. Okay, that says, okay, crop image on the right hand side. And I'll show you these steps again in case I lost you there. Oh yeah, you need to go.
I do, yes.
Okay, and the only other thing you would, of course, the only other thing you would do on this page, guys, and I will show you these steps again, you're saying, is schedule the post on the bottom. So this is all you didn't see, Kathy.
Okay.
This is where you can schedule it for next week, right? Or every Monday, let's say I want an educational post.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. Great to see you. Good luck on your first licensing.
Thank you.
good, go there.
And of course, and of course, you can send the text. This is where the caption goes. I will show you these steps one more time here. I usually have ChatGPT create that for me. But you can go ahead and you can even upload this into ChatGPT or Gemini and tell it, hey, make me a caption based on this post. So let me show you that workflow and then we'll wrap up class here. So again, I'm in the campaign section, right? And I went to create a social post. For you guys, if you want to take notes on this, I do not have notes written on. Actually, I'm sorry, I will send you notes on this. Take it back. Okay, create campaign on the top right, and then social post. You do just the full steps again, so you understand the workflow. Okay, so the content section, right? This is where I'm going to write the caption, but first I'm going to grab the media, which is that little postcard looking icon. That's too small. I'm excited. All right, and once you click that, it drops down this little box that now I'm always going to want to click browse files, okay? Or you drag and drop, but browse files, and it looks like video is supported.
Okay, good.
Yes, so that can be video or image. Browse file. And we talked about renaming the file before you add it in here, so it comes up on Google Images, okay? It's gonna show me if it's cropping anything out. If it does that, I would just simply click the drop down and change it to free. That's it. And then click crop image. Nice, I know this.
And so the cropping, is it right or no?
Yes, that's right. Oh, no, sorry, it's not.
Okay.
Click the square, what's a square, and
Oh.
change it. Because that the drop down at the top, that drop down.
Oh, right here.
It's free.
To free.
And then what I would do for the caption here is I typically, you don't have to do this, but I would typically.
And so what did I do to make sure it stays like that?
Click crop. Okay, so what I would typically do when I'm actually doing this is I go to ChatGPT Pro, right? And you can actually upload the image, right? So if you do have Pro for ChatGPT or Gemini, I'm not signed in, but you can click on the plus sign, click on the image, right? And tell it, write a caption for the social media post. Okay, I love that because I don't have to try to describe the social media post, right? So you can just put it right into Pro. In Gemini Pro, you have for free, and it'll create that caption, which you could copy and paste right into your Canva account. I'm sorry, Command account.
And will it do it in the order, like I have to post it in the right order that it's gonna go on the?
Yes, you want it to be in the.
Okay,
It's a little harder. Carousel.
Yeah.
So then I would paste my caption in here, right? And I can see on the right-hand side how that will show. Okay, so after I have my caption and my media, I can then scroll to the bottom and I can schedule the post. Okay, schedule the post, where you can click on the calendar to select, okay, every Monday, I want an educational post to go out at 10 a.m.
But it's not gonna be that same one.
Exactly, so this will just be on January 19th. I click schedule post right here. Okay, and then schedule, I'm just gonna show you then what you do next, excuse me. Is so now, right, I'm seeing, first of all, at the top, so I'm still in the campaign section, I can see an overview of my week or my month and anything that I have scheduled, right? So you would just repeat that process for each separate post, but create campaign, schedule it for the next Monday. That is the best way to systematize your pieces, is again batching, downloading them all from Canva that you want to use one day, and then another day of scheduling them in advance is the most fluid system around.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, if you are online or need more help on this, okay, first of all, how you get the how to this, like if you want to do this later and forget what I say, answers.kw.com should be bookmarked for you guys. It's my best friend. It tells you all the things, how to do the KW tech. So you come to a class and you heard me say you can schedule social media posts, right? That's all you remember me say. Great, type that in here. So answers.kw.com, and it'll give you step by step how to do that in Command with screenshots, links to do it, and exactly what I said. So these classes are huge to come to for the strategy to combine what's trending and what's working with the KW tech, and then applying it. Meet with us, right? Or use answers.kw.com. You can search how to do anything, of course. Their YouTube accounts too. Shoot us an email if you have any questions or need the notes from today's class. I'll drop it in the chat. It's contact@juleahdesigns.com. Feel free to book with us on the top of kwbresources.com. I need and the marketing help option. And you can book for free with us and we can implement this together. All right, guys, I need to hop on another meeting actually, so I am off. If you guys have any questions, just shoot me an email. Yeah, no problem. Glad this is helpful. Good luck social media.